Welcome to the Coffee House Podcast, where we spill the tea on the latest happenings in the cannabis industry. So we're here today with just a little bit of a video just to give some insider information on the state-released recall yesterday. Again, I'm here with Alyssa, my co-host, and yeah, so the state released a email last night around 5 p.m. Kind of just, it was kind of vague. They didn't say why the products were recalled, but it was a long list of products from Badlands. I didn't get the final total, but it was well over 50, 60 products.
Yeah, it's a pretty lengthy list, and there's no one specific reason that they give. They kind of give a mush of answers. So we'll be following that and seeing what happens with that, hopefully, down the road. They gave a very vague answer to start with, though.
Yeah, so today we're gonna come with just a little bit of information just to, kind of maybe help ease people's minds a little bit. If you do have Badlands products and you're not comfortable taking them, that's totally understandable. Again, we want to stress that this really isn't the dispensary's fault. It has passed state testing and made it to the shelves and has been being sold for a long time, and this is just now being caught up. So please be very patient with the dispensaries. Absolutely, this is not their fault at all. I would wait until early next week, I would say.
Yeah, I would wait until early next week. If you have product that you think is affected, you can call the dispensary and they can look it up for you. However, there's no definitive way that the state has decided on how they're gonna exchange these products yet. So we don't want the dispensaries to be held responsible for that financial burden. So until we find out a little bit more information regarding, if there's gonna be financial, whatever, just hold off.
Yeah, so they haven't even given us an exact reason as to why the stuff was recalled, other than where it was from and the SKU numbers or whatever. Again, it was a pretty lengthy list, but again, back on the dispensary part, I've talked to a few different people in dispensaries today, and I know you have as well. All of the affected products are off the shelves, all the ones that are listed in the recalls. There are some dispensaries, a couple of them has asked us not to name, but there's some that have pulled all their products completely off the shelves, and there are some that have, just pulled the ones that are recalled and named in the list, which I would assume is totally fine as well, because obviously the state is going through and investigating this stuff. So
right.
If they thought it was everything, they would have told them that it was everything, but it's not.
Right. So if you go into a dispensary and you do see Badlands products on the shelf, it's okay to assume that they are not part of the recall because the dispensaries have removed those from the shelves at this time.
Yeah. So earlier today, I actually reached out to a representative of the company. I won't say a name, but reached out to should I?
Maybe not.
Yeah. So I reached out to a representative of Badlands or 605 Cannabis, and I asked, hey, my name's David. I'm a podcaster with the Coffee House, former industry employee, and current consultant for a lot of people. And I was just like, so I want to get some information from the source because, again, the state just released this at 5 p.m. last night, right before our weekend, right before probably one of the biggest weekends, the big game. Go Chiefs.
Right. And there's no way for us to be able to call the state or any of the people associated with this at the state level.
We've tried. Yeah, I reached out and she was like, yeah, we have no comment, but there was only 3 companies affected. And I know that that's not true.
Yeah, I don't know what the other 2 companies are that she's talking about.
And then, first they asked which recall, which is kind of concerning because either one, there's more information than just the one recall and what was released by the state, or 2, you're playing dumb and you don't know, you want to try to save face, which if it was me and I was going through it, I'd just like, you know what, we have no idea, we're going through a tough time right now, let's investigate this together and we'll get back to you with some information. I wouldn't say we have no comment, but then again, they were asking if I had a list. I don't work in a dispensary. I have a regular 9-to-5 job. I have nothing to do with the cannabis industry other than this. And then obviously from my sources, but asked me if I had a list of the affected companies and people. And it's how everything is tracked with metric. So South Dakota, if you're unaware, has a state tracking system from seed to shelf of everything, whether it be flour, edibles, anything. And so as a company, you think you would be able to comfortably say, yeah, we've sold to this dispensary, this dispensary, this dispensary, we had nothing to do with that dispensary, so we don't even have to worry about it. You're asking a person who's not employed within the cannabis industry if they have information, and then again say, no, you have no comment. So you either want to talk about this and you want to, get the information out there back and forth. I mean, it's a two-way street, or you have no comment. And again, like I mentioned to you earlier, that's totally fine, but it has to go both ways.
It's not a good look.
No, not at all. So again, if you have any concerns with the Badlands stuff, that's totally fine, but do not take it out on the dispensaries. They are just as worried and just as frustrated as you guys. Again, I want to stress that this passed the chem lab testing in Flandreau and has been on shelves for a long time. And until, I'm not sure who or what alerted the state of this, but then it went to the state crime lab or state testing lab that's for law enforcement or whatever, and they tested it there, and that's when they found either inconsistencies with the testing or...
Yeah, it sounds like there was some testing inconsistencies and some labeling or some other stuff.
That's
and
what
who
we've
knows?
heard.
Yeah, we don't know for sure yet.
That's what we've heard.
As we find out, we'll let you guys know.
Absolutely. So stay tuned, and obviously, like I said, we're here to spill the tea on the latest happenings, and this just happened last night. So, and here we are today, Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, giving you the information, not even 24 hours later. So this is what we're here for. This is what we're trying to do for everybody out there, and stay safe, stay medicated, guys.